what's happening, everybody? I'm here with Rick from DreamSideOut. He's got an amazing box van here that he built into a stealth camper, tiny home, van dwelling kind of thing. So how long have you been on the road?
Well, I've been living in the van about 4 months now.
About 4 months?
Yeah.
Wow. Why'd you build it?
I built it because I don't want to pay rent in an apartment anymore. You know, I just decided there's got to be a better way. So got into watching all the YouTube videos like you and people who are doing this, and kind of persuaded me to do it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What's it been like so far?
It's been great. Each day is better and better and better. There have been some challenges, you know, but just the sense of freedom you get knowing that you always have a roof over your head. All you got to think about is where to park. That can be a little bit of a challenge, but it's still just been excellent.
Nice.
There's no turning back at this point anyway. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you mind if we take a look inside?
Yeah, sure.
See what you've done with the thing? Yeah. Look at this thing.
Yeah, it's just your regular used U-Haul truck, 10-foot U-Haul truck. And I built everything so that I can, if I wanted to salvage everything out of here, I could just take a screw gun and take all this stuff out pretty quick. That's kind of the way I built it.
Very smart, very smart.
So, you know, and this is probably my prototype. I'm sure I'm going to build another one. So what I got here is, this is a little fold-down table. I do a lot of artwork, and I built this to fit a sheet of Arches paper, you know, so watercolor paper, so I can tilt that.
Oh, and it tilts up.
Yeah.
Wow, so this is just on a hinge here,
Right.
And then these just slide down and meet up back there.
Yeah, you can get a shot of the back of it there. See, it's just kind of a, I don't know, I kind of sat there for a while and worked it out, and this is how it came out, but this is what I needed for a drawing table.
Very clever design.
Thanks.
So how long did this take you to build it the way that it is?
You know, it was spread out over time. So I started last May working on weekends to build it, and I think I got it livable by about October. But then I was in a, you know, I had details to, like, the electrical system and everything to get fixed up before I got kicked out of my apartment. So, you know, I don't know, do the math on that, you know, about 2 days on the weekend over from May to October.
Okay.
That is. You know, I don't think it was a lot of time if you put it all together, but spread out.
It wasn't like years and years and years.
No.
So you've got another little shelf here, and then you've got a shelf here, and you've got a TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I just built this kind of the stopper for the table. You know, the table rolls up like that. Drop that down there, and it keeps it from going in too far.
Oh, that's nice.
So I just put a ledge on it so I can catch stuff.
You've obviously got some experience with carpentry here. A lot of these, the way this is made is really, not only really like well thought out, but the execution is very clean.
A couple generations of carpentry in my family kind of picked up on that. I don't do carpentry for a living, but I was around it all the time growing up, so yeah.
Very cool. So you've also got this area here where it looks like you've got a chair and you've got your guitar.
Yeah, it kind of worked out that way. When I first started with nothing in the van, I just had this chair. And that's why I liked the feel of it being open this direction. I would just sit in the chair at the beach or something, and I liked the idea of having this back door open. So I use that quite a bit, actually. I'll sit in here with the chair, or I can put it out there. But, yeah, it works out.
And you've got a generator down here, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? What do you use it for?
Well, you know, my initial idea was that it was a kind of a toss-up: battery, solar, generator. What do I really need? And I started with the generator, but you know, it's loud. You got to, you know, hook it up and run gasoline through it and everything. And I thought that, you know, I better have something as a backup just in case the solar doesn't charge my batteries all the time. You know, you always think about that. But I'm finding that I don't use it that much, so I may end up just losing the generator.
How many watts of solar do you have on the roof?
It's about total of 300 watts.
300 watts, and there's 2 monocrystalline panels, right?
2 mono panels, yeah, from Renogy. So I use
Nice.
them. I've got room for 4 more up there if I want.
Wow,
to.
yeah, because it's nice and flat up there too.
Yeah.
That makes things very nice.
Yeah.
So is this thing insulated?
Oh yeah, yeah. Inch of insulation all the way around, pretty much a ½ inch on the floor.
Okay.
This little pad here actually has a lot of R factor to it. You know, it's pretty nice.
Oh, the foam pad.
Yeah, so it adds to the insulation. But underneath that is a ½ inch of foam, and the ceiling's got 1 inch, and the sides have 1 inch. That bulkhead is insulated except for the opening, and the back door is not insulated. So.
And you use just rigid foam insulation, right?
Rigid foam with the foil.
Smart. Yeah. So what's this bulkhead system you've got up here?
Well, this is, it kind of came together this way. I needed something. I needed something to close it off in the front, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the first thing I did was cut a hole through here, and then I needed some sort of door. I intended for these to be closets, but I'm not really using them for that. And it just, I just kind of ad hoc'd it together one day and figured, well, this will work. And it works great, you see, because when I'm lying in bed, here I am, right? I can open this a little bit. I can see the mirror right there, and I can see what's going on around me. Close it, and I can move it a little bit. It just kind of worked out to be a kind of a usable thing. So
yeah, that's really smart.
I gotta rework the working of it a little bit. It doesn't work quite as smooth, and sometimes when I hit the brakes, the bed scoots forward a little bit. So
it's just wood and a wood channel, right?
Yeah, just a little wood track down there. Sits up here. I can lift these up and take the panels out.
Oh, cool.
They if I lift it up about that far, it comes out of the track on the bottom. And,
very nice.
Yeah.
What's this cabinet up ahead? How much room do you have up there?
That's a little storage area. As you see, I got it, loaded with junk here. Let's put a little stuff.
Oh yeah, you've got a lot of stuff up there.
My clothes, some coffee stuff, extra sleeping bag, another table that I can fold out outdoors, pillow which I don't use. I'm going to get rid of that, and just other stuff, Yep.
And what do you have on this side? You've got a sink over here. Do you have running water?
Well, I have. See down here? This is my water, and I just pump water out of here. This is more like a wash basin. I got a little catch tank under here, so it just goes into there, and I dump it out.
Okay.
I think that a better plan would be just a straight pipe right out the bottom rather than even catching it, but that's a future upgrade. But this just comes out. This whole thing, see, comes up. And
oh wow, you take the whole thing out and clean it, huh?
yeah, I can take the whole thing out. It's just a salad bowl from Home Depot.
Nice.
All it is. And yeah, that works pretty good.
And you've got more storage down in these two, I see.
I got my kitchen stuff in there. And you can see the organization is another thing I got to work on here.
I hear you there.
Out of sight, out of mind, And extra water in there. Can't have too much water, I don't think.
No, that's definitely true.
And I actually got a propane tank in here, which I haven't used. I've just been using these green ones. But I could hook that up to my stove, which is right here. This comes out.
Oh, you've got just a perfect little cubby for it.
I like having it portable like that, so I can take it outside if I want.
Absolutely. That's a dual burner there.
Yeah, nice. These are nice stoves. These the Everest Camp Chief stove, I guess you call it.
Yeah, it is nice. And you also run your Mr. Buddy heater down here for heat, huh?
Yep. And that, that's the typical Buddy heater. I turn it on for a couple of minutes at night if it's cold. Take the edge off of it. I never run it all night long, though. It's kind of...
Yeah, you're really well insulated in here. It seems like it would get way too hot if you did that.
Well, you know, it does. It heats up pretty quick. You know, and it keeps it warm. And then I got a down blanket. You know, heat it up, crawl in bed, and you're good.
Speaking of heat, you don't have a roof vent in here yet, do you?
Nope.
Are you planning on it?
Well, you know, everybody's telling me I need one.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, and it's there's times when I definitely do need it. So I'm going to have to work out the ventilation a little better. I have some little circulation fans here. And what I do is I open the front windows, and sometimes I open the back door just about this much on the bottom, and I can kind of get a little airflow going that way. But, you know, I don't really like the back door open like that in certain areas. It's great if you're in a country setting or something, but in the city, if somebody sees an open door like that, kind of invites them to check it out or something.
Come investigate.
So, you know, I might end up doing the roof vent thing, but I've been avoiding it because I don't want to cut holes in the roof.
Oh, I see. So you've got this the sliding door here. How do you lock it?
Well, you know, it's got the typical latch on the outside. Now I don't know how this is going to work if we shut ourselves in. Is it going to lose light?
Yeah, I think we might run out of light.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you what I do, actually. I think I just showed this in my last video, actually. If I want to lock it from the inside, I just use these vice grips, and I stick it in the roller.
Oh.
And somebody gave me that idea, by the way. That was a great YouTube viewer idea that I got.
That is a great idea. What's the name of your channel, by the way?
DreamSideOut.
DreamSideOut. That's all one word, right?
All one word.
DreamSideOut.
DreamSideOut.
Cool.
That was the name of a sketchbook journal that I had years ago. So
Oh,
I
wow.
continued it into my YouTube channel.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool little piece. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I dig that.
You got the exclusive on that one. I
Nice.
haven't told anybody that yet.
Well, I'll make sure there's a link in the description for it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Is there anything else about this this build you want to show people? This is really cool.
Well, you know, nothing special. It's just, you know, I got batteries under the bed. I haven't shown people under the bed much yet because I got junk under there. But, you know, maybe I'll do some videos on that.
Why did you choose a box fan to live in or to build a home out of?
You know, there's several reasons. One, I wanted to be able to stand up. I wanted elbow room to have a nice workspace, you know, because I do artwork and stuff. And I just like the vertical and horizontal sides. It seems to be easier to build something that way. You know, these are all straight cut boards, no scribing to curved surfaces or anything like that. And it worked out.
I'll tell you what, after building my van with all the crazy curved surfaces, that is definitely a nice thing to have nice straight lines to work on. Definitely a nice thing to have.
Yeah, it worked out. There's times when I think it's a little overkill. A smaller van would be nice in certain situations, you know, but I like being able to have the back door open and being able to sit in here and work and that kind of thing.
How many feet is this one?
It's 10 foot long and close to 7 feet wide. With the insulation, it comes out to about 6, 7 or something like that across here.
Oh, okay. So it's a smaller one.
Yeah, it's a small U-Haul. They call it a 10-foot box van.
Did you have any reservations about buying a used U-Haul truck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I saw all the YouTube videos about people trashing them, you know. But I think if you do your due diligence, they do keep them in pretty good shape. And if you just go and, you know, I went several times, looked at them until I found one that was in good shape.
And how many miles did it have when you bought it?
I think it had about 80,000 something when I got it. I haven't turned over 90,000 yet, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't checked.
And you got all the maintenance records and everything?
Yeah, they keep a good maintenance record on it. So
cool. Well, is there anything you'd like to tell people who are interested in living the van life or living off-grid in some kind of vehicle? I
think if you're interested, if there's interest in your soul about it, you better listen to that, because you're getting told by somewhere that this is what you have to do. It goes from there. It starts with interest, and then it doesn't turn back.
That's some darn good advice.
Keep going.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Love yourself.